In this unit, we're gonna learn about the expansion of the Christian kingdoms. Let's start reviewing a little bit from the Visigoth kingdom of Toledo. In 507, the Visigoths founded a kingdom in Hispania with Toledo as its capital. To achieve this, they conquered most of the peninsula and adopted Catholicism, the religion of the Hispano-Romans. Then, at the beginning of the 8th century, the Moors invaded the Iberian Peninsula and defeated the Visigoths. They named the territory Al-Andalus and ruled there for 8 centuries. So, in 711, the Moors, who already dominated North Africa, defeated the Visigoth king Roderick at the Battle of Guadalete. Within 7 years, the Moors had occupied almost all the Iberian Peninsula. Al-Andalus became part of the powerful Islamic Empire, with its capital in Damascus. Córdoba became the capital of Al-Andalus. Later, Al-Andalus separated from the Islamic Empire and became an independent emirate. After, in the 10th century, Emir Abderrahman III proclaimed himself Caliph of Córdoba, the spiritual leader of Muslims in Al-Andalus. This made Córdoba a caliphate. After the fall of the caliphate in the 11th century, Al-Andalus broke up into several independent Taifa kingdoms. The Reconquista in the Iberian Peninsula. When the Muslims entered the Iberian Peninsula and defeated the last Visigoth king in the Battle of Guadalete 711, some Visigoth noblemen fled to the mountains in the north. These noblemen, along with the inhabitants of these areas, founded the Christian kingdoms. From that time onwards, the northern Christian kingdoms fought against the Muslims to win back the territory. This period was the Reconquista of this peninsula, and it took the Christian army 7 centuries to complete. It was in 722 when King Pelayo won the Battle of Covadonga. It was the first significant victory of the Christian kingdoms over the Muslims and the beginning of the Reconquista. A fun fact is legends say that King Pelayo of Asturias saw a cross in the sky during the Battle of Covadonga. Then, rocks fell on the Muslim army and made them flee. This cross was named the Cross of Victory. It became the symbol of the Spanish region. The expansion of the medieval Christian kingdoms was connected to the Reconquista. These kingdoms made their territory bigger and by conquering them from the Muslims. The Kingdom of Asturias. It was the first Christian kingdom in the peninsula. Here was where Visigoth noble Pelayo defeated the Muslims in the Battle of Covadonga, 722. And the Reconquista began. Then, in the 9th century, Pelayo's successors expanded the kingdom towards Galicia and the north of León and Castilla. In the 10th century, the kingdom became known as the Kingdom of León. Kingdom of Pamplona Navarra. This kingdom was not close to any Muslim border, so it couldn't expand as much as other kingdoms did. Kingdom of Portugal. In the mid-12th century, the county of Portugal separated from the Kingdom of León and became an independent kingdom. Aragon and the Catalonian counties. These territories dominated the east of the peninsula. The counties of Aragon and the Catalonian counties was part of the Spanish March. In the 10th century, Barcelona won the independence of the County of Barcelona. In the 11th century, the County of Aragon became the independent Kingdom of Aragon. In the 12th century, the Kingdom of Aragon and the County of Barcelona joined and formed the Crown of Aragon. In the 13th century, the Kingdoms of Valencia and Mallorca joined them. In the 15th century, Fernando II of Aragon became king and joined the Crown of Aragon to the Crown of Castilla. Each one kept its independence under this union. Kingdoms of León and Castilla. Castilla and Leon were the biggest territories in the west of the Iberian Peninsula, and their histories are closely connected. In the 10th century, Castilla split from Leon and became the independent county of Castilla. In the 11th century, Castilla became a kingdom. In 1230, the kingdoms of Leon and Castilla united again and became the crown of Castilla. In the 15th century, Isabel I of Castilla became queen. Her husband was King Fernando II of Aragon, which united the crowns of Castilla and Aragon. Together, as the Catholic monarchs, they ended the Reconquista in 1492.